4 to 6 hours, you're gonna see that Bitcoin is going to pop out of here. We need a break above $61,000, a really bullish indication. Bitcoin is trading above $60,000 once again, and I can tell you there is no time left. You get one more chance for the perfect entry for the next leg to the upside, and I'm going to show you exactly where we need to enter. Let's go. Guys, it is time to pay massive attention to the Bitcoin chart, because today or tomorrow we will gonna see something crazy. And I will show you in today's video exactly what I have found and what I'm going to do. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. For me, it's really a hot day. I don't know how you guys are feeling outside, but it's really hot. I'm glad that I'm inside. So let's jump straight into the DXY chart before I want to jump into the pool. What we are seeing here is a continuous move to the downside, and we spoke yesterday about this. Actually, this is a 4-hourly chart. I want a daily chart. And this is exactly what we wanted to see here. So we are slightly bouncing back to the upside from that bigger support zone. But as you can most likely guess already, this looks super weak. And if I had to make a guess, that looks like continuation by tomorrow to the downside, hence a move to the upside in risk on assets, and that includes, of course, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So why do I believe that? First of all, over the last couple of weeks, Thursday was usually a good day for crypto overall. We had either sideways movement where we did not move at all, or we moved to the upside on Thursdays. That is one of the reasons. And the other reason is that the US market is not open yet. Once the US market is open, here the next thing that I believe is going to happen is that we are getting a smaller pullback here on the DXY, confirm this support level here in green as resistance, because we're currently retesting it. And by tomorrow we get then the move to the downside, which will lead to a nice pump in Bitcoin overall. So why is this important? Because here on the Wall Street cheat sheet on the 3-day chart, also here we should get a pump by maximum tomorrow, according to the fractal here. So also here we are completely on track with everything. If I zoom in here, you see that, what is this, 18 days. We were here completely on track according to the fractal. So by tomorrow, we should get a nice move to the upside here if we keep following this fractal. Take this with a grain of salt, but I will show you more evidence why I believe that we are going up here. Here on the 1-hourly chart, another reason for this is that this morning I spotted that here is another kind of parallel channel sloping to the upside by creating higher lows and higher highs along this upward sloping trend line here. And of course, the higher lows, these are the upward sloping support line. And now we are running into an apex from this downward sloping parallel channel with the upward sloping support line. And that apex comes to an end tonight. 9 p.m. UTC is my midnight approximately. So around midnight, maximum, we should get a breakout. But I believe that we could see this way earlier than that. So I reckon in the next 4 to 6 hours, you're going to see that Bitcoin is going to pop out of here and will move above $60,000 and potentially a little bit higher than that. When I think about taking a new trade setup, then there are multiple possibilities here, also on this 1-hourly chart with that symmetrical triangle or bullish pennant, however you want to see that. So one way how I would enter a trade is either when we come back down into that support area here from $59,300 to $8,900 approximately, above 60,200. So here basically when we are breaking here this horizontal level, and the last point where you can enter is when we are breaking this downward sloping trend line, wherever we are going to break this. So but keep in mind you want at least a 15-minute candle close at these levels before entering this. So when we are going here to this chart, also here you see, according to the Elliott wave count, we are completely on track. Again, we need to break above $60,200 to confirm the support, but that might potentially already by today. Here on the 12-hourly chart, however, here we need a break above $61,000 based on the historical volume traded areas. Bulls are back in control on the 12-hourly chart, and we should get really quickly a move to $65,000. The only thing that's speaking against that is still the stochastic RSI. We should still have some momentum to go here a little bit higher. And guys, don't forget to trade currently. Then the best what you can do is to go to ZoomX directly, $10 for free. Here, $10 still for free just for signing up. And if you deposit $100, you stand a chance to win $500. 2 lucky people every single week can win $500. The 2 winners from the last time have both reached out to me, so they're going to get their $500 this week. Why should you not be the next one? There's not a lot of competition, to be honest. You know, there's like 10, 20 people on the list currently. So there's a high degree that you are a potential winner here by just putting $100 into the exchange. You don't even need to trade this, you know, so just put $100 in to be eligible, win potentially $500, get $10 immediately on top of that you can actually trade with. But if you want to trade in the next 5 days, then don't forget that ZoomX got you covered. They are refunding you if you trade Bitcoin or Ethereum and lose the $100. But only, of course, one time. You know, you cannot rinse and repeat that all the time. So if you make profit, then also it's not working. But otherwise, go and take advantage of that while you can. There is a link in the description, guys. Make use of that. Then on the daily chart, also really important level to reclaim here, the $60,000 level all the way up to $60,800. Remember, also here is a really key, important support and resistance flip zone, and we are currently below that. So, and here I want to tell you something. When you see something like this, a lot of candles trying to break above it, and we are failing to do that, you have to imagine that this here is like an old cranky wooden floor that is already molding away. And the more you're hammering against that, at some point, it's just cracking and you break through. So, and this is what we are seeing here right now. And one of the indications for that is that we are creating with every single candle here a higher low. It is always higher than the previous one. And that is a really bullish indication that here this resistance will give in really soon. And you're going to see then a nice pop to the upside. The liquidation levels, also here is some evidence to that, but I also want to warn you, there is a small chance that we get a flush back to $57,500 approximately, because here are some over-leveraged long positions, and only then bounce back to the upside. But as long as we're holding $59,000, we don't need to be concerned here. Lose $59,000 on the 4-hourly chart, and you should look at these levels below us that we potentially move 3% to the downside. But as long as that is not happening, the trajectory remains to the upside, trying to take out over-leveraged long short positions and tap the 200 moving average at $62,200. Remember, guys, once we are tapping this, I believe that here will be the new trading range for a while until we start to go higher in direction of $64,000. Again, a good moment to get into a trade for me is here around the $60,000 level or slightly below that, whatever comes first, and position myself for that next leg to the upside. Now also on the liquidation heat map, if I update this, that here, the highest concentration is at $60,600 approximately here over the last 3 days. And here's also something below us at $58,456, but I think it's less than what we have up here. No, it's actually more. But here's still a higher concentration overall, all the way up to $62,000 than what's below us. And that is telling us that the direction is still here overall to the upside. Again, a lot of evidence is pointing to that we should get in the next 24 hours a nice push here to the upside. And also, guys, don't forget, On a hot coin, there you get also $20 just for signing up. Again, take as much as you can from these exchanges while they're throwing around with money. You take $20 here, $10 here, $500 there, another $500 here. These things are adding up, guys. You know, even if you have it across different exchanges, it doesn't matter, guys. You know, so go and sign up on Hotcoin, because I'm also going to trade much more on their platform, and also potentially start copy trading over there. Now here on the 4-hourly chart with the MDX algo gradient, also here you see that in this downwards trending channel that we are really close to a breakout already, potentially with the next 4-hourly candle. We were retesting here the downward sloping resistance line at $59,600, got slightly rejected, but we are still above the daily open, which means that we are overall still bullish on that time frame. Hence why I believe that we could get the pop in the next 4-hourly candle. And as soon as you see the video, you still have the opportunity to still jump in here, because it will be like 20 minutes, 30 minutes after we just opened that 4-hourly candle. So I don't expect immediately that we break here above that, but within the next 4-hourly candle, while you're seeing this video, you should be able to get into a trade here into these higher levels. But also here, fair warning again, the $62,000 level should, $61,400 should give us a little bit of resistance, because here is a supply zone. That means here a lot of people want to sell in that area, so don't neglect that, even though I believe that we are pushing through this when we get up. Now the Bitcoin dominance is pumping a little bit to the upside, but I'm not really concerned about this, because you saw yesterday what happened in this candle here yesterday. We had 3 coins pumping like crazy. We had Bread pulling 50%. We had Numar pulling 56%. We had APA pulling 40%. So there were some outliers pumping the market, or at least they were pumping in the market. And that just shows you that people are ready to deploy money in altcoins when the dominance is dropping, and that they are getting too bored of playing Bitcoin. I believe here is a huge correlation between 2020 and this year basically. In 2020, I made a huge mistake, guys, and I hope you will not repeat this, because I also got bored about the Bitcoin price action. I sold a big chunk of my Bitcoins and converted them into altcoins. And then you know what happened? Bitcoin started pumping like crazy and the altcoins did nothing at the same time. They were just standing still, nothing. And I missed out on so much profit if I would have just kept my Bitcoin. So I bought them later back, but I was still in a small loss, you know. So, and I don't want that you make the same mistake. If your strategy is holding Bitcoin and Ethereum, don't touch it, guys. Really, even if it's boring right now, don't be one of the weekends and make that huge mistake. I made this mistake because I was stupid enough to listen to somebody else, and I learned from it. And I'm telling you right now, don't make the same mistake. If you are okay with moving money around to basically increase your USDT holdings or coin holdings that you're going to buy with the profits that you make with USDT, that's fine, you know, play around. But your long-term holdings, you know, so don't touch them right now, because a bigger drop is definitely coming here, and we are not far away from it. Now for Ethereum, nothing has really changed. We are still stuck in that range here. Indicators are cooling down currently. You see that stochastic is potentially tomorrow hitting the bottom. And then we should also start a nice pop to the upside here. Here, immediately when Bitcoin starts pumping in the next 24 hours, I expect a 4 or 5% move in direction of $2,700. As long as we are staying above $2,500, lose $2,500 and get a daily close below that level, and we're going to get a retest in direction of $2,400, $2,300. If you want a free airdrop position on Bybit, $500 absolutely for free. Also here, just deposit $100 on a Bybit, and then you can trade all these coins here with that airdrop position. Again, guys, you cannot keep the $500. You cannot withdraw them, but you can trade with them. And only trading with $500 can turn in so much money, guys. I just did this again the other day and I made $800 with $500. So the $800 is all my money, you know, so that is all yours. Just the $500 is something what you cannot withdraw, but all the profits that you make out of them. And that is amazing, guys. So go down below and use the link. There is a link in the description and in the pinned comment below to get to Bybit. So one of the coins that I'm also trading again is Telegram, because here on the 4-hourly chart, we got finally our golden cross. Remember, I told you exactly what I told you guys. I told you I'm waiting for that price is coming back down and that we're getting the golden cross, and I expect that we're touching the 200. And when we're touching the 200, that will coincide with the entry here, and that will be when I enter. And then we are bouncing back to the upside. And this is exactly what we are seeing here right now. You see indicators have fully reset. So there's a lot of upside right now in Telegram. And I believe that this here is the next target over the 2-3 days. Over the next 2-3 days, we are going to touch that. So are you too late to enter right now? No, not really. You can still enter. You're like currently 1% away from the entry level, so it's not the end of the world. So you can still enter this. Just do it with a little bit less leverage than what I did. I entered this with 10x, I think. But it is because my plan was perfectly playing out here. And we were talking about this for quite a while. So you just need to go back and check when I spoke the last time about Telegram. That's exactly what I said. Said, we'll come back to the 200, then bounce, golden cross, that's where I enter. That's what I did. So then with Solana gave you another nice opportunity also here to re-enter at the original entry. Also here, it looks like that we have bottomed out on the 4-hourly chart and that we are ready to pumping back to the upside. So take advantage of that. Best case scenario is you did what I did, and that is always adding to your position when we are coming back down here. So I always added to my position. I added now four or five times to my position when we came back down here. So I will already take some profit when we break or touch here again the upper side of the golden pocket, and then let the rest ride to the upside, and we'll have my stop loss and my entry. So I paid myself down a little bit, have a risk-free trade, and can ride this to the upside. So that's my plan that I have here. Then the next coin that I'm currently trading is Near. Also here with the MDX algo, I was inclined earlier to enter down here because we are sitting on a demand zone. It is giving us a lot of support and led to that I wanted to enter with the coinciding 50 moving average holding as support. You see we are slowly warming up here. Indicators have also still a lot of room to go to the upside here. Also the MACD is still bullish. If I zoom in here a little bit, yeah, so we are still bullish here. So I expect continuation to the upside. Here's of course a horizontal level that we need to break of $4.13 to $4.17 approximately, or even 20. Once we are breaking this, you also should see a nice pop here to the upside in direction again of $5. Again, guys, if you want these indicators, there is a link, MDX Algo, 10% discount only with that link. So take advantage of that because this is also not lasting forever. Because I took the trade only because I saw here is a big supply demand zone below us that is giving the price action support. So, and then with the 50 moving average and candles that are starting to run hot soon, which means that we get a nice pop to the upside. This was leading to the decision making to enter a trade here that is now already over 20% in profit on leverage. And guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you again with more profits tomorrow.